I have cruel perceptions of pretty much every channel broadcasting in the UK. ITV actively goes out of its way to treat its viewers like head trauma victims. Channel 4 has spent most of its time trying and failing to regain any lost glory. And Channel 5, well, no one expects anything from Channel 5 anymore. But what about BBC One? In my Happy Valley review, I hinted at it being so rooted in tradition that the 95% of the daily schedule stays the same every day and seems to cater exclusively for antiques enthusiasts for some reason. However, looking back at all of the reviews I've done for BBC One programmes, I feel compelled to say the missing 5% is gripping enough to keep it relevant. I watched two shows this week for reviewing, Shadowhunters and The Night Manager, comparing new TV and old TV. Well, send me back on a steam train because this future is made up of millennials telling each other their lives are hard because their broadband speed is capped. But the past is made up of evil arms dealers bringing misery and death in exchange for some money. But played by Hugh Laurie. Take me there, take me to Hugh Laurie. I'm such a big fan of comedy that when I see the Laurie part of Fry and Laurie, Sophie from Peep Show, and Tony from Men Behaving Badly, the last thing I was expecting was a gripping, tense, and frankly incredible drama. Okay, maybe it wasn't the last thing I expected, but a lot of my preconceived notions were flipped about a bit. Fry and Laurie. A night manager in a hotel gets caught up in an undercover operation after a guest shows him a receipt for a large order from the kind of catalogue you'd find under a right-wing American politician's bed. And yes, some of the pages would be stuck together. Tom Hiddleston plays our titular protagonist, and by heck does he put the tit in titular. I've heard rumours that he may be considered the next James Bond. I think we should consider this series his audition piece. If you're looking for a marvellous example of a well-written villain, look no further. Very early on you discover how evil Laurie is, but as time goes on you see more of him, so you start to see a human side. This changes Roper from being a Bond villain living in a volcano to a real evil human being. Rich as well. In fact, the main message of this is money is the shield that allows him to do terrible things. Good people try to stop him but are blocked at every turn by corrupt superiors. That was a rather depressing sentence, so let's just remind ourselves that Neil Morrissey sang a song about how much he missed the fridge and sofa, Olivia Colman had Now We Know shouted in her face several times, and Hugh Laurie was given Burr Whale the Avenger. In fact, that's the closest thing I have to a complaint. Some of the actors toe the line between serious and parody due to their previous works. One of these days I'm going to realise the futility of sitting alone and trying to come up with flaws for amazing TV shows, and that's what this is. Amazing. It's a double scoop of amazing in a cone made of awesome with a flake jammed into it. You're not a real TV critic until you use a food analogy in place of words because you're a terrible writer.